Handicraft artists from 31 provinces in Iran came to the Iranian capital to showcase their products. There were various handicrafts at this exhibition, such as Persian embroidery, carpet and rug weaving, and turme, pottery, woodworks such as wood carving, stone and mosaic handicrafts, and more for everybody to see. Deputy Head of Iran's Cultural Heritage, Handicrafts and Tourism Organization, who was at the event, talked about the quality and variety of Iranian handicrafts. Some exhibitors at the event also gave their views and aims of the exhibition. They had one thing in common, aiming to introduce their handicrafts and culture. Some visitors who came to the exhibition also enjoyed high-quality Arabic coffee from Khuzestan province in Iran. The coffee comes with culture, making it more interesting. The host will not stop serving you until you shake the cup. Visitors who were interviewed shared why the event is interesting for them. The exhibition started on June 7th and ended on June 11th. June 10 marks World Handicrafts Day. The Ungo wetlands have a pristine landscape that has been preserved in its original state for over 3 decades. It is home to some 540 animal and plant species, including such endangered ones as otters and leopard cats. Korean wetlands that are protected by the Ramsar Convention include the Gomso Bay Tidal Flat, which is the largest in Korea, and Mount Seonon Provincial Park, which features lush forests and distinctly shaped rocks. United Nations Educational Science Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, has designated Gochan County as Protected Biological Reserve for its natural landscape and ecosystem. The designation covers the entire 67,000-hectare area of the county, including the 2 Ramsar wetlands, Mount Seonon Provincial Park and Donglim Reservoir. Gochang became the 5th region in Korea to win the title after Mount Seorak and Jeju Island, but it is the first time that an entire administrative unit was designated as a protected ecological reserve. Kim Chang-hwan from UNESCO Korea said the provincial area is home to diverse ecospheres and cultural zones such as marine, tidal, coastal, inland and urban ones, as well as agricultural zones that harmonize with each other. The designation is expected to boost tourism in Gochan County as an ecologically clean zone and promote the sales of its regional specialty products. An exploration team lands at a deserted island in the Dadohe National Marine Park, which is about an hour and a half away from Mokpo. The team members carefully scale down the sheer cliff for hours. They finally discover a cluster of plants about 10 centimeters in length hanging onto the rocks. This is an Angriacum, also known as the comet orchid. It is listed as a critically endangered plant. Commonly found all along the southern coast as late as the 1970s, the Angriacum was indiscriminately collected for ornamental purposes, and now the entire species is nearly wiped out. There are some 80 Angriacum plants found in 3 separate locations on the island. It is the largest Angriacum colony to be found so far. In addition, roughly 1,800 Dendrobium nobile plants, which is also an endangered species, were discovered. It is hard for humans to access island cliffs, which is how endangered plants like the comet orchids and Dendrobiums are able to survive. A rope appearing to be more than a decade old and other traces of illegal plant collecting have also been found at the colony sites. Angriacums are very rare, especially the ones with yellow banded leaves, which can fetch as much as over $100,000. Together with the Korea Coast Guard, the Korea National Park Service plans to crack down on illegal plant collectors to help preserve the nation's rare treasures. Sri Lanka explores a massive iron deposit in Balangoda in Ratnapura district, which can be used for local and international markets. There are archaeological facts to prove that Sri Lankans were ahead of other countries when turning out weapons as well as in treatment of methods for ailments, arts, burying of bodies and using self-defense methods. It has also been revealed that ancient people of Sri Lanka had knowledge of using iron. An iron deposit is located at Bodiya Kanda in Tanjatina, Belabendi Palesa, Kuragala and Belilina areas, which revealed details of Balangoda men are located in close proximity to Tanjatina. The Department of Archaeology says that they have found facts to prove that Sri Lanka had possessed the best quality iron in the world in ancient times. British national Gil Juleff has confirmed this during excavations in Mahaweli area. There is evidence to prove that the ancient people had used scientific methods to heat iron using the wind. Clay pipes used to flow down heated iron were among them. Archaeology excavation officer Saman Arengama noted that there were historic evidence to prove that the iron was taken from Sri Lanka to turn out the Damascus sword of the Roman Empire. Elementary school children in western Japan's Okayama Prefecture have enjoyed grappling with professional sumo wrestlers. More than 240 children took part in the traditional Japanese sport last Sunday. Sumo wrestlers usually practice their sport in a round ring, but this school's ring was square-shaped. The four-sided ring was used centuries ago, but is rare today. 4 popular professional wrestlers took part in the event, including Kotushu from Bulgaria. They shared their training methods and performed demonstration bouts with the children. One child said the soft belly of one wrestler felt good to the touch. Kotushu admitted he was a bit confused at being in a square-shaped sumo ring for the first time, but he said he was also energized by the children who took part in the event. The main section of the world's largest breakwater has been completed and has been transported to the port of Kamaishi in Iwate Prefecture, Japan. The breakwater off Kamaishi was destroyed by the tsunami in March 2011, and work has been going on at a plant in Aichi Prefecture, central Japan, to make a new seawall. The section is 50 meters long, 19.5 meters tall and 20.3 meters thick. Workers will start on June 19th to fix the section to a foundation set on the seabed. The breakwater is scheduled to be finished by March 2016. Takashi Oikawa of the Land and Transport Ministry branch office says they are seeking to build a seawall that will not be destroyed by a tsunami. Art lovers can now see one of the world's most famous faces in a whole new light. Experts from Japanese electronics firm Toshiba have installed a system of light-emitting diodes around the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum in Paris. They worked with the museum's curators to ensure the lighting brings out the delicate features of Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece. Toshiba executives used a reproduction of the painting to demonstrate how the system works. It adjusts automatically to make sure the Mona Lisa always looks her best. The new lighting makes her skin tone more vivid. It also brings out the lake and forest in the background. The system helps protect the painting too. The new spotlights emit less infrared and ultraviolet rays than regular LEDs. Louvre Managing Director Hervé Barberet says he thinks the technology has restored the work to the state in which Da Vinci intended it to be seen. Dragon boat races were held last week in many parts of China to celebrate the upcoming Dragon Boat Festival, or Duanwu Festival, which falls on Wednesday this week. In Feizi County, East China's Anhui province, a dragon boat race was held on an ancient river in an old town last Saturday. 22 dragon boat teams from China's 5 major freshwater lakes competed in the race. The 5 lakes are the Chaohu Lake, the Poyang Lake, the Dongting Lake, the Hongzi Lake and the Taihu Lake. The event has been held for 6 years, and this is the first time that the race has brought together dragon boat teams from the 5 lakes to compete. A dragon boat race held on the same day in the city of Tianjin in North China drew more than 100 dragon boat teams from regions along the coast of the Bohai Sea. As a traditional event held during the Dragon Boat Festival, the race saw many young faces from universities in Tianjin to compete in the university group. After 1 hour competition, the team from the Tianjin University of Sport beat other university teams and claimed the top prize in university group. The team from northeast China's Liaoning province won the championship of the invitational race. The Dragon Boat Festival, or Duanwu Festival, is a traditional event which falls on the 5th day of the 5th month in the Chinese lunar calendar, or June 12th this year. China CNR Corporation, the country's second-largest train maker, launched last Saturday its new self-developed CRH-3A intercity high-speed train in Changchun, a capital of northeast China's Jilin province. Owning its independent intellectual property rights in China, the train's components and parts are all developed and manufactured by Chinese companies. With its speed ranging from 160 to 250 kilometers per hour, the train can be operated on both intercity railways and passenger dedicated railways. The train is designed to handle extreme weather conditions, including rain, snow, fog, strong winds and sand, which guarantees its operation in extremely cold areas as well as deserts. According to China's plan to build a high-speed railway network, the total length of the passenger-dedicated railways to be built in the next 3 years will reach 20,000 kilometers, and such 160-250 kpr bullet trains are expected to dominate the market. Turkish art of Ebru, a method of aqueous surface design, was on display recently in Beijing at a special art show. Ebru can best be described as painting on water and transferring that onto paper. Turkish artist Kublai Iralp Dincer has been practicing Ebru painting for 9 years, but his passion remains as strong as ever. He explains his love for Ebru stems from materials used being natural, and because the themes of the paintings, often plants and flowers, are also things from nature. The liquid in the tank contains 95% water. The remaining 5% is plant serum, which makes the mixture thick, allowing for the coloring to float on the water surface. In Turkey, Ebru is also regarded as a meditative art form. Turkey imported this art from Central Asia in the 15th century and first used it to decorate books or to make what they called marbling paper to write official texts on. But it's only in recent decades that the art form has become popular in the country, with thousands now practicing Ebru. Kublai has a studio in Istanbul with 30 students eager to learn.